Hey guys, Marcus Katkin back for another daily fantasy update. A lot of news and notes that I wanted to catch you guys up on before tomorrow's game, so let's jump into it. First, a little awkward, but Chandler Jones out for 6 weeks and maybe the season. I know it's a little weird for me to be talking defensive players, but I think this severely impacts the Patriots' defense. Already without Jared Mayo, their number one linebacker, and now obviously out Chandler Jones, their number one defensive lineman. Guys, we saw it last week with the Jets. You can run all over the Patriots with these two guys out of the lineup. And I said it on the podcast, I'll say it again. I think this is probably going to be Matt Forte's biggest game of the year. Start all your running backs against the Patriots until further notice. Next up, A.J. Green is unlikely to play this weekend. No new news there, guys. He hasn't been practicing all week, so I think you've already made plans without him. Next up, Sean Green. He got arrested on a handicap violation, reckless driving, driving on a suspended/revoked license. Guys, if you haven't dropped Sean Green already, please feel free to do so now. It's Bishop Sankey's team now. They're not turning back to Sean Green. Next up, Detroit, the early game tomorrow, 9:30 in the morning. Don't forget about that, guys. Really early in the morning, Eastern time, even earlier for you West Coast guys. So make sure you wake up super early tomorrow and check those inactive lists. But it's not looking like Reggie Bush is going to play. We're going to see a much bigger workload for Joique Bell. And Joique Bell immediately would jump into my top 20, maybe even top 15 at running back, given the situation. The Atlanta Falcons defense has been very, very poor. And speaking of this game, Calvin Johnson looking unlikely to play as well. I think this is the smart move for the Lions here. They got a bye week next week, so just give him this week off. Then he has the bye as well. He's going to come back and be ready for your fantasy playoffs. But again, this is a terrible Falcons defense, so Golden Tate, I got him at number 7 this week. He is an excellent, excellent play and a wide receiver 1 when Calvin Johnson's out. Next up, Ryan Matthews may return in week 9. Also, Donald Brown is going to be practicing very soon, so I think last week was your last chance to sell high on Brandon Oliver if you're a Brandon Oliver owner. Didn't look good on Thursday night, and now with Brown returning to practice soon and Ryan Matthews looking like he's going to be back soon, it's not looking good for Brandon Oliver's stock value. Finally, Shane Vereen is questionable this week because of his illness that he has. Guys, I'm telling you, I live in New England. I watch them every week. I know them pretty well. And I'm going to tell you, I think Jonas Gray is the guy that you want to own. He's probably still available out there and in every league. So go out there and as a speculative play, go add him to your fantasy roster. Could have a big weekend this weekend if Vereen is out, and I think could have a much larger role moving forward now that Stephen Ridley's out for the year. Don't forget to subscribe below, guys, so you get my daily fantasy updates, and follow me on Twitter at Marcus Katkin.